Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a very requested video. After I'd done my Revolution Beauty haul, I said that I purchased the Revolution Pro Regeneration Revelation palette, and as soon as I said that this looked like the Beauty eyeshadow palette, the original, the rose gold one, a lot of people asked if I could film with this to see what the quality was like. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So like all of Revolution Pro's eyeshadow palettes, this retails for £10, which is very cheap. It comes with a row down the bottom which look to be like shimmer shades. This one is also shimmer. I think this one might be a satin, but the rest of them are completely mattes. And yes, it does look a little bit like the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which is a very famous, expensive eyeshadow palette. So today I really want to play with the pinky tones, and especially this frill down here, which looks like a rose goldy shimmery, and this one called Dominate, which is like a pink shimmer. So I want to play with the pinks, the browns today. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to take the shade Passion and I'm going to put that in my crease. There is a tiny bit of fallout in the pan, but it's really not that much. Now we're going to be taking that shade Rebound and putting that over the top to build up the crease a little bit, and that is like the first one was like a browny, light brown transition shade. This is more of a pale, cool toned pink. Again, a little bit of fallout, but that does not matter. I'm going to take that shade Untruly, which is a darker pink, and I'm going to deepen up that crease even more. Very pigmented. You guessed it, we're doing a halo eye today because I just feel like that's a good way to show off the mattes and the shimmers as well. So I'm going to be taking that shade Lust, which is like a plummy browny sort of shade, and I'm just going to place that either side, like in an outer corner. I'm going to deepen that up with a bit of Influence and a little bit of Great Minds, which is the black, which I know Huda Beauty's black eyeshadow is meant to be very pigmented. Okay, so now that all the mattes are down, I'm going to be now playing with the shimmers, and firstly I'm going to take that frill shade, which is like a beautiful rose gold shade, and as always I'm going to wet my brush. Sorry if you can hear hair drying in the background, but I have just put down that frill shade and it is a beautiful shade. I think because I've got a really pink base now, you can't really see the shimmer that much, The gold in it is not really that bright, but I've definitely got a shimmer down and it's a stunning shade. I really like it, but I do want to brighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to put, I want to put a bit of that Dominate and Fearless shade, which is the really pink and gold shades. I'm going to put them over the top. Now I'm just going to run Passion on my lower lash line. And I'm just going to place that Innovate shade in my inner corners and on my brow bone. Now that I've done all of the eyeshadow, I'm just going to put on some mascara and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Right, I'm now back. I've just put mascara on and the look is now complete. So, my thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. I have a few mixed opinions about it. The mattes are beautiful. They definitely blend out really nicely. The darker shade, that Great Minds, it doesn't blend out the easiest, but it doesn't look horrendous, so that's great. So if you are on a budget and you want a nice black eyeshadow, this is definitely a nice one. It just takes a little bit more work to blend. It's not as easy to blend as the other mattes, because the other mattes are so pigmented and they blend out so easily. The shimmers, they're not the most pigmented shimmer eyeshadows that I have worked with. There's definitely other Revolution like eyeshadow palettes that have definitely more pigmented shimmers than what these are, but if you wet your brush you can definitely intensify them. I don't know if this just looks a bit washed out because I've got pink in the crease and I've just got a gold, and that gold is not as bright as I thought it was going to be, but again I don't know if that's because I've got the pink behind it. If I put like a concealer down it might have been a bit brighter, but for this look I don't really have a bright shimmer in the middle of my eye. This definitely looks a lot like the Huda Beauty palette. This definitely looks a lot like the Huda Beauty palette, but I do not have that palette to compare to. So I would say if you do not want to buy the Huda Beauty palette, because that is like what, like £50–60, this is definitely an option. This is only like what, like £10, like that is ridiculously cheap and much cheaper than the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. So if you want to create similar looks with the eyeshadow palette that you can do with the Huda Beauty palette, then I would definitely pick this up. If you don't want to splash your money on a high-end palette, definitely the pigment and quality will not be as good as the Huda Beauty one, but you'd know that this is a much cheaper eyeshadow palette. I definitely went for like a pinky gold smoky sort of eyeshadow look, and I actually like the way that it turned out. With this you could definitely create a lot more looks with it. It doesn't have to just necessarily be pinks and gold. Like there's a lot of browny neutral shimmers and mattes over this way, so if you don't always want to go for a pink and gold, you can always go for the neutral look. So that is probably about it. I would recommend this if you don't want to buy the Huda Beauty palette. Obviously this is quite, is it a dupe? I don't know. I can't compare it to the real one because I don't have it, but I feel like this would be a good drugstore dupe for it. I'm not really 100% sure on that because I don't have the Huda Beauty one. But if you want to create similar looks, then this is definitely a good option. So that was my review on the Revolution Pro Regeneration Revelation. I think that is the name. It says Regeneration, then underneath says Revelation. So yeah, so that was my review on this eyeshadow palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably going to be a short and sweet one because I'm literally rushing to go out the door. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have this eyeshadow palette, or if you want it, or if you've got the Huda Beauty one, and if you could compare it to this one, because again I'm not sure. And if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video.